Welcome to Growth with Portia, a weekly conversation for your personal and professional growth. Here is your host, Portia Booker.
Hey listeners, welcome to Groove Portia. I'm your host, Portia Booker, and yes, this is my real name. So question for you, did you bring your curious mind today? If so, I don't want to keep you waiting. Let's dive in. This conversation is number 5 of the part 2 series of honoring my beloved mother, Sharonne Lopez, who made her transition from Earth on July 7, 2022. So today I'm joined by a special guest who, no pun intended, provides education on how to inhale more life experiences and exhale the negative thoughts that plague us from time to time. So welcome from the American Lung Association, Miss Catherine Widemire. How are you doing today, Catherine?
Hey, Portia, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here and honor your mom and talk a little bit about her story and talk a little bit about how the Lung Association was a part of her journey too.
Yes, that's why I'm like, I have to do this show with them because you guys definitely brought out the best in my mom. I still remember to this day when we went to one of my mom's appointments and she saw the flyer at the appointment about the walk that you guys do every year. And my mom's like, I want to go. And I knew when my mom said she wanted to go, that was serious because my mom, I never heard her say anything of such of participating and all that, but we'll dive more into that in a bit. So Catherine, I'd love to start off my conversations with gratitude. What are you grateful for today?
Yeah, I am grateful for the change of seasons. I am truly looking forward to autumn and all the beautiful colors that come with that. And I was thinking about that as I started to see leaves fall onto my deck at home. It was a little bittersweet, but living in Ohio and having that change of seasons is super important for our mental well-being too, to have that change and realize change happens. So I am grateful for the seasons today.
Yeah, I can agree, Catherine. I love seeing the shifting of the leaves transitioning, right? You get a little bit of the yellow, you get a little bit of the red, some orange in there, and then there's, of course, some green that likes to linger around, right? You can't dispel it all, but right. I can agree. And then that fall smell, you know what I'm really, really excited for fall? Apple cider from Mapleside Farms.
Oh my gosh. My mother and I were just talking about Mapleside the other day, or, all of the lovely apple farms and orchards we have in Northeast Ohio. We're so lucky, and there's nothing better than that smell of hot apple cider. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to need some of that now.
See, okay. So after we're done with this, that means we'll both have to meet at Mapleside Farms.
Right.
I could go definitely for some apple cider. That's something I always look forward to in the fall. I mean, just that warm, sitting by a nice like bonfire or, around with friends, just reminiscing and talking. Or even, of course, when I'm working on my computer, just having a nice cup of hot apple cider, like instead of coffee. I know some people might like throw me some shade on that, but I've been going a couple days without coffee and I'm okay. But that's for a whole nother day.
Nope. So Catherine. And I agree. I mean, there's something for everybody. And again, I agree. As you're looking at your window and it's starting to get cooler, whether it's coffee or hot apple cider, it warms your soul. So I love it.
Yes, exactly. It's a warm hug. That's what
it is a warm hug.
That's what it is. It's a warm hug that you need like in the morning when it's chilly and you just want to have something to like warm your bones up. And of course we get the brutal winter show here in Ohio, as most people know. So
we're talking fall. We're not talking winter yet.
Okay, I rebuke that.
Let's not rush it.
So Catherine, one of the things that I really appreciated is the fact that you got to meet my mom, you got to spend time with her. And what would you say, Catherine, was one thing that you really admired about my mom's journey?
Oh my goodness. And I've told you this before about your mom. The one thing that I loved about your mom for the short time that I got to know her was what a courageous warrior she is. And, you shared her story with me about how she was in the military and, and then she got knocked down by lung cancer. And it was just, she just got back up and kept going. And like you said, she wanted to participate in our Lung Force Walk, which is for lung cancer awareness. She wanted to be a part of that. And she did, and she did it, and she walked. And I remember my favorite story, as I've shared with you too, is seeing you and your mama on the walk there was this pretty significant hill at the 2021 walk, I guess it would have been. And we were down by Great Lakes Science Center, and there's this hill, and your mom was there with you on the side of the route, and she was taking a little break. And I remember walking by, and I didn't even know who you were at that point, right? So I'm just like, as I do, I'm making sure everybody's doing okay. And I stopped to check in with you guys, and your mom's just like, nope, I got this. Like, just give me a minute. And she had a smile on her face. She's like, I will be back to walking. Just let me, she just needed a moment to recoup. And I'm just like, here's this woman with this walker, and she's just like, I've got this, and her strength is inspiring, Portia. And I will always be grateful for getting to know your mother. And then of course I have my favorite picture of her with the pom-poms under the Lung Force Arch, having a party because she finished the walk. She did it. And she should, you should be so proud of her and everything she's done. And, just her standing up for herself and having lung disease and just pushing through. And she gave it her best fight, and it's inspiring to see people push through as best as you can, give it your all and still love your family and still be there for everyone. And she just inspires me. You inspire me, both of you together, you're like a team, that's why you're our Lung Force heroes here at the Lung Association, because you tell your story, and I'm super big on that, and hence why we're here today. So yeah, she, her energy, her smile, and just that drive she had is something I'll always continue to tell her story about and talk about, as you should too.
Oh, tenfold. My mom definitely was a trooper. I mean, even in this house, she was the same way. Me and my brother would be like, Ma, you can't do this. Get out of my way. I'm doing it anyway. Yeah. I mean, she
for better or worse, right?
Right. And the other part, Catherine, that still kind of makes me laugh sometimes when I think back to that day when I'm with her, my mom had her full oxygen tank with her. Like, literally.
She did. Yeah.
And my mom, I'm proud of her. I mean, she finished the whole race. I mean, she's even coming up that hill with that oxygen. I think she had me turn it up so she could, power through.
Yes.
But,
yes.
I'm like, wow, somebody who literally is plagued by failing lungs has found the strength to put enough oxygen, no pun intended, in them to finish and accomplish anything. And that, I think we're resilient people. We don't give ourselves enough credit for the strength, tenacity, and diligence that we have. But it like what we talk about all the time, Catherine, it's mind over matter. My mom definitely had a strong-willed mind. And if she was going to accomplish something, she definitely was going to do it.
Don't let anything stop you.
Yeah, even until, even until the very end of her transition, she still had that same fighter in her. I said, Ma, I said, really?
Yeah.
Even at the very end, I mean, my mom definitely, her story is one of trial to triumph, regardless of any situation. And I'm grateful that I was able to witness that and continue on her legacy. And I'm grateful that she gave me that same amount of strength and tenacity and fortitude. So my mom definitely left a mark on this world. And so, Catherine, I gotta ask this. Obviously, we're talking about this upcoming, new event that you guys are having on October 15th. So please share with our listeners about the walk for this year, maybe if there's a change in location, how people can get involved.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for asking too. So we are hosting our Lung Force Run Walk for lung cancer awareness and lung disease at Wade Oval this year. So we've been at different locations in the past, but we're coming to the community this year at University Circle at Wade Oval. It'll be Saturday, October 15th. We're going to have our presenting sponsor there, which is the Cleveland Clinic, and it's going to be a community event. We are so excited for this year. We're changing it up a little bit. We're going to have family activities and fall activities going on. So we want everybody to come out. It's a free event to walk with us. So we're going to be walking the around Wade Oval, and you'll be able to participate and check out all of the great critical respiratory screenings that Cleveland Clinic's going to have there, and all of our amazing sponsors that'll be there. And new this year that I'm super excited for is we're doing a 5K timed run through the cultural gardens up and down MLK. So super, super cool this year. We're going to have the arch. We're going to start under that arch and race the 5K. It's going to be a beautiful fall morning. And, we were talking about that, we're starting to get into fall now, and it's not going to, hopefully it won't be super hot. I guess you never know in Cleveland, but, traditionally fall mornings are nice and crisp and cool, and you'll be able to get your run in and then come back and enjoy the amazing community events and all the great things that we're going to have, the music we're going to have, and pumpkin painting and all kinds of fun activities for the kiddos too. So absolutely come out. It starts at 8 a.m. with the run, and then the walk starts at 9. We'll be there all morning and through lunchtime. So we really hope to get as many people as we can to register. You can register on our website. The event website will have all the information you need. You go to lungforce.org/Cleveland. And you'll be able to learn more about the event and sign up. Like I said, it's free to register as a walker, and it's only $35 to register as a runner. You get the chipped timing bib and a custom awesome finishers medal, Lung Force finishers medal, for participating in the run too. So lots of swag, lots of cool stuff. So yeah, this is in support of lung cancer awareness. It's for the 37 million Americans that have lung disease, and we want to get out in the community and make sure that everyone knows the resources that are available. Coming into Cleveland, we want to really make sure, that the community comes to this event and learns about tools to help them breathe better and what's available, and resources. We have some of the best healthcare system in the world right here in Northeast Ohio, and they're going to be there represented. And we want you to come out and take advantage to learn more about how you as a caregiver can help someone that is suffering from lung disease. The change of seasons. I'm an asthmatic myself, Portia, and it's hard right now as over the weekend, how the weather's been changing, the rain comes in, and my lungs are not happy with me, and what to do about that, and make sure you have your treatment plan down pat. And so we just want to be there as a resource, and more importantly, have fun, have a great Saturday morning out at the park at Wade Oval. And we hope you'll join us.
Yes, I definitely agree with that, Catherine, because so many people, like you said, have some type of lung challenge, whether it's asthma or, my mom's case, lung cancer, interstitial lung disease. I mean, there's so many different things that can plague us that we just quote unquote sometimes just think it's normal. We just go about our day and we sometimes adjust, but why adjust temporarily when you can have an action plan available? Like, okay, on the days that I'm really struggling, here's what I'm going to do. On the days where I'm feeling pretty great, oh yeah, I can conquer the world, be Superman, but
of course,
but remembering that stuff, because I think we live in a society where it's about the McDonald's line algorithm, where your you're going to stand there, you're going to get your quick fix, and then you're going to keep going. But when it comes to your health, that algorithm is a little bent, right? Because every day you can have a full week of you're down for the count.
Right.
And then you can have another great 2 or 3 days where you're like, oh, yay, I'm going
and
to
we
save
need
the
those
world.
great days. But you have to remember that, when folks that have lung disease, the bad days will happen, unfortunately, but how are you going to manage those days, and make sure you just have the resources and tools available to you. And it's just that important. Breathing, if you can't breathe, nothing else matters. That's our what we say at the Lung Association. And it's true more than ever in a world where COVID still lingers, and now the weather changes, and you just have to be prepared and have help available. And we just want to provide those resources for folks too.
Absolutely, 100%. And thank you, Catherine, for sharing that, because I think so many people need to learn and know that what they're feeling is not normal. We need to be more proactive instead of reactive in every situation in our life. And so, again, if you guys want to learn more, Catherine, can you rephrase the website again?
Of course. You can visit our website at lungforce.org/Cleveland. And, there's also volunteer opportunities still available too. So if you want to come out and help and be a part, you can run with us, you can walk. There's still sponsorship opportunities if you have a business that would like to be a part of this. And like I said, for volunteer opportunities, more information can be found on the website. You can connect with us there. And we're so excited. We hope to see so many people come out this year in support of lung health and be a part of this amazing community event with the Cleveland Clinic over at Wadeville on October 15th.
Yes, I agree. I had a good time last year with my mom. And Catherine, I still actually have the video of my mom standing underneath the banner, waving her pom-poms. I actually took a video.
She's so sweet. Yes.
I took a video and I took pictures of her, and of course, her favorite song. I think I put it on my Instagram with her favorite song, 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars. That was my mom's song that would get her up at any moment. So I definitely recommend that. Catherine, I gotta ask this too. You are very passionate about what you do. You help so many people by providing them with educational resources around their lung health and, using your personal story. And, so I always want to know, like, how do you find that balance, right, between your passion for helping other people and also maintaining your own mental well-being?
That's a great question. The last couple of years have proven to all of us that mental health is so important, and remaining strong and it's hard. It's harder than before it was 2 years ago, for sure. And going through the last couple of years, in particular with COVID, it's a lung disease. So our job at the Lung Association is more important than ever right now. And, me personally, I've had people affected by COVID. People have passed away from COVID. And, remaining strong in how I keep my own mental well-being while I participate in this role with the Lung Association. It is, it has its challenging days, but overall, Portia, it keeps me going, and it inspires me to continue wanting to do the work I do along with my amazing team. We're here because people struggle to breathe. We're going to continue to be here, and we have to remember that every day. And we do these events, we get out into the community, and we tell our stories to inspire others for hope, and help them be a little stronger and keep their hope up. And it's important to continue telling your story. And, that's how I stay stronger, and how I try to help others is to inspired them to tell their stories like you and your mom, and inspiration is key. And that's what keeps me going too. It makes me happy.
And you're 100% right about that, Catherine. I mean, our stories are what connect us, right?
Yes. Yes.
Storytelling of overcoming, storytelling of struggle, storytelling of celebration, right?
Yes.
That's how
absolutely.
we connect. And, I couldn't agree more, like with the influx or the change of the world with COVID, that really, to me, put a new spin on mental wellness challenges.
Absolutely.
100%, because we're all isolated. Some people are probably experiencing, some lack of interaction anxiety,
Yes.
And then also add on to that, if you have a lung condition, you're anxious about getting, sick and, am I going to get well? So there's just an influx of a new, I would say, strain of mental wellness obstacles that people have to deal with today. But I
Yes.
love what you said about, inspiration and hope. Hope stands for help one person every day. And when we're able to do that, help one person every single day by even just acknowledging them or sharing our story, we never know how our intrusion into their life can prove as a benefit for them to want to do more. So we just never, ever know. Well, Catherine, oh my goodness, I knew this conversation was definitely worth the wait. I thank you so much again for coming on and, reminiscing with me about my mom and her journey, and also, about the upcoming, event on October 15th. I know that this has been a part of my journey because of my mom, and it is truly an honor to be able to stand here and speak for her, even though she's made her transition. So, Catherine, I want to ask you this. You left us with a lot of food for thought and different things for us to really consider in our life. I always love to say this question for last. What words of inspiration, Catherine, can you leave with our listeners today? Whether it's someone who was once like you, who obviously has been someone who has been plagued by several different lung issues, but they want to still do more. What words of inspiration, Catherine, can you leave with our listeners today?
Absolutely. And thank you, Portia, so much for having me and allowing the Lung Association to be a part of your podcast. Once again, we always love being a part of your program and speaking with you. It's just so much fun to chat with you and hopefully inspire others. And that's exactly, I mean, I think I touched on it before. It's kind of my mantra is inspiration, Portia. The words I can leave is continue to tell your story and use trusted resources like lung.org to find out more information about lung diseases and how to live a better quality of life for breathing healthier. So give hope to others and keep inspiring.
Yes. Help one person every single day and using your gift of inspiration and storytelling. I couldn't have said it better, Catherine. I thank you so much again for coming on and sharing this with our listeners, because I think so many of us can benefit from what, the education that you guys provide, and, let us all breathe easier and stop being so stifled. Well, everybody, that was Catherine Widemire from the American Lung Association that you heard from. And that concludes another episode of Grew with Portia on this Feature Friday. Thanks for listening and have a great and awesome weekend, everybody.